Hey everybody, Good Morning Lebanon. My name is Ashley Mahan. I'm the Executive Director of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce.
And my name is Ryan Shear, and I am with Lebanon Now.
It's going to be a great show today, even though it's rainy outside.
It's rainy. We have piano.
But we have the piano.
Yeah, switch back real quick. Let's introduce Thomas here. I've seen him playing all over town, and I thought, this show needs piano.
Of course.
Cowbell was the first choice. Nobody does that professionally around here, so it was piano second. So Thomas, he's going to be joining us for a few shows. We're going to see how this works. So he's going to be sitting over there, so everybody say hi to him, and thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, this is a great addition,
yes,
I think.
Absolutely. All right. So yeah, back to how this show works.
So,
I'm usually back there.
Yeah, poor Ryan. He's getting thrown into this. We are in the beautiful
Ozark Fiber Studios.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. Thank you to Ozark Fiber. Without them, none of this would be possible. When we were building Lebanon Now, they said, hey, you want a studio? And I'm like, of course. And now here we all are. So.
And here we are. And we also couldn't be here without our wonderful sponsors.
Yes. Which Good Morning Lebanon is sponsored in part and produced by Lebanon Now. Right, so much better at this. With partnership with Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. Downtown Lebanon, we are in downtown. Home and House, huge supporters since we began. Kim Breeden and that crew over at Shelter Insurance have been amazing. White River Marine Group, we have giveaways from them coming up here. June and beyond, check them out 8:30 every Tuesday here. Phoenix Home Healthcare, check out Hughes Center for that. Scott's Event Rental, they sponsor a lot of our stuff. They'll be sponsoring the last segment of our show. David Kreischer over at Legacy Lux takes all of our headshots, does a great job. Galley at Boattown Brewing, make sure you go try their food. It's amazing. Lots of gluten-free options. And Lebanon, Missouri, City of Lebanon, Missouri, huge supporter of what we do here.
You did great.
Yeah, it's almost like I wrote it.
Brian, I wonder if you're watching. How did he do?
Yeah. There you go. It's almost like I made the video. Yeah.
Right.
All right, what do we do next?
Okay, so next we do a chamber spotlight.
All right, let's do a chamber spotlight.
All right, this week we are spotlighting 4-Star LLC. We appreciate them and your membership of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, 4-Star.
Good morning. What do they do?
They're a warehouse, and I believe they're like in the Phillipsburg area.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coffee can.
All right. I had to put mine in this beautiful mug that you can win today. Not the one I'm drinking out of. That'd be gross. But you can win that. And Jude's sponsors our coffee here. Gets us good and going. What are you drinking today, Ashley?
So I'm drinking a strawberry white chocolate and vanilla with oat milk, and I highly recommend. This is fantastic.
It looks fantastic. It looks pretty.
It's very pretty. It matches my outfit.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
It should be the Ashley. Just rename that to the Ashley. Matt, if you can hear this, just rename it to the Ashley. And I am drinking, since I'm Brian today, I'm just drinking black coffee, which I actually really do. That's what I like. And I did spill it on Ashley earlier, so they made me put it in this. So,
he did. Brian Hash would never spill his coffee on me.
So yeah, we were setting this up and rearranging the show. I was like, they'll be fine. It's their problem. First time on the new set, new studio. Yeah, I spill it on you.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
okay.
Thanks for coming today.
He's taking me shopping now, so I'm fine.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll take her to June and beyond. Get her some candy. All right. All right. So talking about giveaways, can you go ahead and take that down? Can you move the camera down here? Don't need to pick things up. So I am up front here today. There we go. Come down a little bit more. All right. So our friends at White River Marine Group, amazing to step up to help us give stuff. It's quality stuff. These are the big Stanley style cups. I'm not sure what brand they are. Hats. We got a $10 gift card. Cooler. All you got to do is like, share, and comment. Now we're going to segment this up. We're going to be mentioning this all throughout the show. Like, share, comment. Just say you want it, and we'll enter you into the drawing. Tune in next week, and maybe you're the big winner. And our big winner from last week is
Cornelia Sarto. Congratulations. So you can get a hold of Lebanon Now to set up a time to come pick up your goodies.
Just shoot us a message, Signal Fire, whatever you need to do. Just let us know that you need to get a hold of us, and we'll get it to you.
Awesome.
All right.
How fun. Yeah, these hats that they've been giving away, like all of them.
Yes.
So cute.
And we got a bunch. And make sure you watch the videos too. About every other week, we put out a video celebrating their employees, giving them recognition, stuff like that. And you have a chance to win a package like this then. So thank you, White River Marine.
Yes. Thank you guys. And good morning if you're watching.
Yes, they always watch. So.
All right, so we want to welcome some new members to the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. Little Adventure Play School, Strategic Bookkeeping Solutions, Melissa Schmidt for Missouri, Casey Polylift, and brand new this week, Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
When are they opening?
They open next Wednesday.
Wednesday it is.
Mark your calendar.
We're going to run down there and get some sandwiches. And see how they do. Now, I've gotten a chance to eat at Jersey Mike's. I used to actually live in Jersey. So when I was out there and, on the East Coast, they're really big out there. Really great sandwich shop. Really excited to see.
I've never had Jersey Mike's, so I'm very excited to try it.
Yeah, they're good. They're great. I recommend go check them out. We're going to take a trip there that day and do a little highlight, just like we did for Poncheros. So.
Super, super fun.
Yep.
And I think we'll be having them as a guest on the show pretty soon.
Okay. I can't wait to see them.
All right. So also, if you don't get our newsletter, why? First of all, why?
Yeah, come on.
Also, we do have a great newsletter that goes out every single Friday morning at 8:30. If you are a chamber member, this is an opportunity for you to share your news, your event, your promotions, whatever. All you have to do is email that to us and we can get it stuck in our newsletter. That goes out to a little over 900 subscribers every week. So lots of eyes on your stuff. Make sure that you are utilizing that and subscribe today if you have not.
I'm going to do a little plug. This show is a little pluggy, but I'm going to do a plug for each of us because one of the things that I always tell people is that the chamber is great and the chamber is something great to utilize, but you have to utilize the tools and you have to give you guys a heads up. We do that. Lebanon, you can send us chambers or you send us flyers. We send you flyers. We get a lot of response out of the email stuff. So sign up for that today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great tool. All right, and we are still collecting items for our new teacher welcome bag. So we are collecting until next Friday, the 9th. On the 9th. Make sure that you stop by the chamber office. 55 items is what we're looking for, but anything that you think a new teacher would like for the new school year, paper, pens, coupons. They love coupons. Coupon. Is it coupon?
Coupons.
Coupon.
Coupons.
Coupon.
Coupon.
Q. I've always said Q. I don't know. Anyways, bring your stuff to the chamber.
Yes, they like stuff. All right. Coming up on Tuesday. I need the flyer. Coming up on election night coverage, August 4th at 7 p.m., we're going to be joined by David Millsap and Taylor Howe, and we are going to be having live election coverage, and we're going to be covering the city has a transportation tax renewal coming up, all the major races that are impacting our districts and counties, the state amendments. We're going to be covering that. We got some special guests coming up, too. You can take that down now. So through that night, Jeff Knight's going to be stopping by. He's termed out. So Jeff Knight's going to be stopping by. Melissa Schmidt is going to be stopping by. Yesterday had the distinct privilege of going out and interviewing former Governor Parson with Taylor Howe. He was not available for that night, and of course, he's probably not too interested in coming to Lebanon on election night, so we got to sit down. Very interesting man, talked about the 57 organization, got to see his little library, hear about what he does, and hear kind of how he feels about what's going on this election. So you can tune in that night to get all of those. Throw that flyer back up there. We can tune in that night. August 4th, we're going to start at 7, and then the following morning on Millsap's show, Millsap in the morning, we're going to be any races that we can't call in our time limit or anything that goes on too late overnight. We'll be doing election coverage wrap up, so you don't want to miss that. So you don't know who's going to be stopping by. Hopefully, some of the winners of the elections, stuff like that, will be stopping by the show that morning.
I cannot believe it's election time.
I know. And we got one more to go this year. So
crazy. Yep. All right.
One more thing. I know we're going a little long here.
Yep.
Yesterday, we all know here in Lebanon, we got a big tradition with Shepherd Hills and Case Knives that they do. They're huge blowout. 3,000 to 5,000 people a year come to this thing. They have so many special edition knives. Huge part of the community. Over the last little bit, I've got to know Rod Reed really, really well, and just hearing the story of Case Knives, how they involve Shepherd Hills and all that. So Lebanon Now is going to partner with those guys, and we're gonna have them on. You're gonna see a lot about them coming up. And also on the day of, which is September 12th, we will start lives, I think, at 6 a.m. Like, we're going to go live about every hour to talk about this thing. And I could not think of a better person to host this, so I reached out and they said yes. So the lives of the day will be hosted by none other than Mike Morris.
Awesome.
We all know who Mike Morris is, big staple, and he's going to come in and he's going to host this for us. So don't miss that.
Good stuff.
Okay. All right. You want to? Let's go back to Thomas.
Coming up in Lebanon. First, Ozark's Tech wants to hear from the community about what comes next. A community open house will be held at the Lebanon Center on Tuesday, August 4th from 4:30 to 6:30. Camp Wonderland is hosting a $20 all-you-can-eat campfire buffet on August 4th from 2 to 7 p.m. The event will also include a silent auction, 50/50 raffle, and live music, with proceeds supporting Camp Wonderland and the children it serves. Northbridge Place is holding a back-to-school bash on August 6th from 5 to 6 p.m. at 1550 Lynn Street. The first 56 children will receive school supplies, including a backpack, notebook, pencils, crayons, and more. First Friday returns downtown Lebanon on August 7th. Enjoy shopping, dining, and live music from the mixtapes at the Downtown Plaza from 6 to 8. It's also Missouri's back-to-school tax-free weekend on select items. Boattown Brewing's Next Taste of America event is Saturday, August 8th at 3 o'clock. Enjoy 5 special food and beer pairings, a private brewery tour, and a keepsake tasting glass. Admission is $25 per person. The Laclede County Library is having Books for Bucks back-to-school edition on Saturday the 8th from 10 to 2, $1 movies, books, and CDs. Riverfront Revival is happening August 8th at Riverfront Campground on the Niangua River. The evening begins at 6:30 p.m. with the FBC Worship Band, followed by Mackay Christopher and Band at 7:15, and a closing message from Mark Griffith at 8:30. The Cross Christian School is now enrolling students for the 2026-27 school year. Enrollment forms are available at the front office of both buildings and are due by August 21st. The Lebanon Area Foundation 2027 Community Cares Grant application is now available on its website. Applications must be submitted by August 31st at 5 p.m. Covell is serving up a build-your-own waffle stick bar Thursday through Saturday. Choose your own sauces and up to 4 toppings with 2 waffle sticks for only $6 or 4 for $10. Finally, comedian Jaron Myers is coming to Boattown Brewing on August 13th at 7 o'clock. This is a fundraiser benefiting Lebanon, Missouri Main Street. Tickets are $30 in advance or $40 at the door. And now, back to the...
All right, and we are back. Don't forget, like, share, comment for goodies, just like this beautiful cooler, hat, tumbler. You don't want to miss out. And they also do a $10 gift card. Bass Pro. Good stuff, Brian.
I feel like I should talk in a voice, a very calm and somber voice with that music in the background. Hi, everybody, and welcome.
Yes.
Good Morning Lebanon.
So,
my name is Brian. This is the lovely Ashley to my left, and we're going to talk to you about wonderful things in our community this morning. Sorry. Anyway, instead of the usual, well, let me tell you something, everybody. I mean, which one do you want? But the music kind of like...
it really does. I think it's a good addition to the show.
It's a wonderful addition to the broadcast. Mm-hmm. Great to be here.
I don't know. I kind of like the wrestling voice.
Let me talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk. Well, what are you here to talk about? I think you're here to talk about Lebanon Ready.
Oh, yeah. You know, the job I actually have that,
the job that pays the bills?
The bill paying one. Yeah, no. It's exciting times in Lebanon. You've touched on it a little bit earlier in the broadcast about Jersey Mike's opening up this week on the heels of Poncheros, and very excited about all the growth going on in the community and the new business. But I would put a disclaimer out there. Don't forget, this is a year where many businesses are celebrating milestone anniversaries, whether it be 90 years in business, 100 years in business, or another year in business. So I keep that in mind. I'm always like, while we get super excited, because, the usual question on the street is what new is coming to town, and we're always pumped up about talking about and bringing new things to town. But don't forget about those that have been here and keep supporting those to keep in business. Those are here day after day after year.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
and you're totally right. I have noticed that this year seems to be a lot of big milestones for a lot of different businesses.
There is. I know there's a 90th anniversary. There's a 100th anniversary of a couple different businesses. I mean, there's, again, a lot to celebrate. It's the 100th anniversary of Route 66, 250th of America. It's like 2026 was anniversary year for some reason. So, but we're happy to celebrate another one and look forward to the next one. I won't be around for the next 100th anniversary or the 200th anniversary.
What if you are?
If I am, We need to, I have found the fountain of youth. Plus some more music. Hey, see?
There you go.
So, no, I guess it's timely as well. We're going to continue talking about the election coverage was mentioned. Did a fantastic job last go around with that coverage, and looking forward to seeing it this coming week. And my encouragement is to everyone to exercise the right to vote. We take it for granted sometimes that I'm going to skip this election, or my vote doesn't count. Well, that's incorrect. Your vote does count. The only way to make it count is to get out there and cast that vote. Mm-hmm. So, don't play, Wednesday, I guess in this case, Wednesday morning quarterback. This or that should have happened. Well, how did you vote? Well, I didn't. You can't really impact it if you're not, exercising that right to vote. So we're very blessed in America to have this opportunity. Countries around the world, not every country has such an opportunity to vote without any fear of, harm or whatever the case may be. So get out there. And I also encourage you on the flip side, there's a lot of issues. There's a lot of races to be determined. Do your homework. Encourage you to, educate yourself, get all the information you can. Try to, get caught up in some of the, stuff that's out there as far as there's now, I don't, something you see all kinds of information floating around. Try to find those sources that are reliable and trustworthy that you can look at and get your information and make that, so you feel like no matter what you decide, you've went in and made a very well-informed decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always my thing. Educate yourself before you get to the polls. Get yourself to the polls, but make sure you know what you're voting for before you get there.
So, and another little shout out here, tip my cap to all those that are running for different various offices, whether it's local or statewide or federal, whatever the case may be, because that's another thing. It's a thankless job, to say the least, and it takes folks willing to step up for their community and their community, their counties, their states, their regions, their the federal level as well. So it's easy to they sometimes feel like probably public enemy number one, no matter which way they go with a decision, and they do their homework, of course, always in what they're doing. So keep that in mind. These folks have stepped up to the plate, and again, especially in today's world where it's easy to everybody just jump on the bandwagon of let's pick on so and so today. Tip of the cap to them for all of them, no matter who you vote for, which way you feel. Those that have stepped up, really shout out to them for representing us as a whatever the case, local, federal, state, wherever they're at.
100%. You're never going to make everybody happy.
Tell me about it.
We know that. But especially the people in those roles.
Yeah, no, they're high-profile positions, and so again, it takes a lot, and then their families too. The impact there, because imagine if you constantly watched your significant other get just pounded on negatively and stuff like that. So that really, think about that. We should. There was back in the day, let's all be kinder to one another or whatnot. So
yeah, let's do that.
I will make one comment, Ashley. I know this will probably be a repeat. I know we're talking. Got a presentation coming up to Optimist Club, but one thing I will say, my mentor in economic development that really in Arkansas that got me interested in this field. One thing he was quoted in an article years ago as far as how to describe his community, and says he actually made the comment. I thought this is great. I don't know how to describe it. I just know that I love it here, and so I think that really fits our area, because sometimes it's hard to pinpoint this, that, or the other or whatnot that makes it unique more so than the town next door or whatever the case may be. But we love it here. It's the people that we're surrounded by, our friends or family, whatever, our job, or name 100,000 different things. But it is a great place to be. And again, even when we are on opposite sides of an issue, I think hopefully we can all be level-headed and realize we're in a great place. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I've really gotten stuck in this mindset of watching. I used to be influencers. I'm old. That's the new wave, whatever. But nowadays it's like there's some kids out there. They're capturing a lot of interesting things. They're covering the history, so it's like a different way of capturing history nowadays versus we would write it down, we would do this or that, and now they're capturing it in video format. And then also seeing where this couple will travel around, and they'll show you some areas around each state where there's some struggles. And so I compare us to those struggles, and man, we're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have everything under the sun we want? Not nobody, and you never will, right? You'll never find that. Nobody will ever be 100% satisfied, but look at some of that, and you'll see places around the country that would love to have the manufacturing footprint we have, the healthcare offerings that we have, the education. The list goes on and on. So again, just Keep that in mind. It's power positivity.
He is
it's
wound
a new
up.
day. Yes, it is.
Well,
there is a segment of the population that gets that.
And that's something that I always say too. It is a really great time to be a part of this community because a lot of great things are happening.
I heard something related to our friends at Jude's. I want a real quick story. Jude's is, I don't know if this is a marketing thing they'll be able to do moving forward, but I've always been a fan of the Berry Berry Good Smoothie, and I know that's not the Berry Berry Good Smoothie, but I am a huge fan of the Berry Berry Good Smoothie. Throw some Greek yogurt and chia seeds in there, and that has become my pre-golf drink now when I go out to play golf every Monday night, and then occasionally I play some other times during the week. But shout out to the
Does it make you play better?
Score's been better recently. I've been
Cafe
doing that more
Juice
frequently. So I mean, and I'm not saying that I don't want to false pretense. Everybody that gets that will have a better golf score because we know how things can go with a golf club.
I don't know. I think they should use that.
Yeah, never say never. I know a guy. He's available for testimonial purposes, but there was one. I just gave it, I guess. So
very good.
Things going on your world. I hear travel coming up on the horizon. So, yeah, looking forward to that. I feel like we need to take Piano Man with us for a little background ambiance. You know
I think that'd be great.
Do you feel better about life by watching Lebanon Now and Good Morning Lebanon? I do. Keep those wonderful chords going as we bring you exciting news from around the community each and every week with our friends at the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce.
I don't know why I have a pallet jack, but I do. Of all the things in the world, something that can lift like 2 tons right here in the store. You should come buy it. If you want to buy one of these things brand new, it'll be $6,000 or $7,000. I've got this one marked at $2,000, plus it's 20% off, along with a lot of other stuff here in the store. Fully electric, 24 volt, and look, it works. Lift up to 2 tons of what? I don't know what, but if you got 2 tons of something you need to lift, it'll lift it. 20% off. Come check out the store.
Your fashion, your plan, your style, your look, come see us. Your fashion, your plan, your style, your look, come see us. Your fashion, your plan, your style, your look, come see us. Your fashion, your plan, your style.
All right, everybody give it up for Thomas, man. I'm loving this having a piano. This is good. We get to hear it during break, play in and out, easier way to tell the guests to stop talking. It's all been working out really, really well. So if you're enjoying the show, please like, comment, share, give a shout out to Thomas. If you're watching right now, you don't want to miss the next segment of the show. But if you are watching, like, comment, share. Our friends at White River have loaded us up with things to give to you. Stanley Cups, hats, $10 gift cards. Just drop a comment, breathe on the screen, something. Let us know that you're watching the show and you're entered to win. This contest goes all week. Beautiful producer Sarah, which is all over my shirt today. We'll get a close up of that a little bit later. She takes the shows, she chops them up into clips. Those clips, we're getting about 20,000 views a week. So make sure that you get entered in that. Every clip goes out on all the platforms, and you'll see it soon on our new website. So like, comment, share, do whatever you need to do to let us know that you're watching and you're entered to win. All right, Dawn, welcome to the show, my friend.
Wow, thank
As
you
I
very
throw
much.
things around, let's just do that. All right, so... well, it was that or hit the microphone. So it's coming down to the wire. We're almost there. We're
4 days.
almost there.
Yeah, 4 days.
So what made you decide to run for Senate?
Well, because a lot of things that try to get done always get hung up in the Senate. And so I just figured it was time for the grown-ups to take over in the Senate.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
yeah.
So when you campaign for House or Senate, what's the big differences that you're seeing?
Oh, geography is a big, huge thing. Actually, though, as far as what people are concerned about, it's pretty much the same thing throughout the district. It's mostly kitchen table items,
Yeah.
right? But the thing that's kind of taken over is talk about data centers. Amendment 5 has, really been a concern of folks, and legitimately so. And then the other thing that has now kind of taken over is all the junk mail that's coming in. I mean, folks they're sick and tired of all the hate mail that comes out.
I think I can speak for everybody when I say all like that. I'm getting 80 texts a day. My mailbox is full. All of these things. So as it winds out, and I think there's a little bit of fatigue once we get to this point at any election,
Certainly.
whether it be whatever, with everyone campaigning and all of that. So when you're out campaigning, what is your favorite part about going out?
So my favorite part is just knocking doors, because that's where you actually get to talk to people directly, and find out what the things are that are really the concerns they're concerned about, not what the politicians up in Jeff City are concerned about.
Or what you might see on Facebook. I was on with the city earlier, and one of the big things is griping on Facebook is totally different than talking to your representative.
That's a fact.
It's totally different than talking to your councilman, which is totally different than actually interacting with your government body. And I think a lot of people, I don't really blame them. I just don't think they're educated enough to understand that. They're tired or they're frustrated, so they take to whatever avenue they feel comfortable on in doing that. But as you go door to door and as you go out and shake hands and meet people, you get to look them in the face and see what their true concerns are.
Yeah, and then you can also kind of dispel some of the rumor and speculation.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook's fine, but unfortunately that has become the source of most people's information. It's Facebook, Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. But you got to keep in mind, 99% of that is unvetted in any way, shape, or form. Back in the old days, the news was you had to dual source something from two totally separate areas in order for it to even make it on the news.
Yeah, and that's what we try to do here at Lebanon. And that is tough. That is tough to, because you're not always first, right?
Well,
you're not always first, but you're accurate. You're always this. So I can understand how hard that is, but how frustrating that is that people, like you show up and knock on your door and like, Don Mayhew's not a 7-foot tall Bigfoot that like kicks down houses. Like you're kidding. He's a true human being, right? So it's a good way to.
But that 24-hour news cycle has kind of done that to us, right? And then always wanting to be first out there with the big scoop, right? And so people forget that part of it is trying to find out the real facts about it. Well, the facts go by the wayside for the click, right? It's all about the clicks. And so because that's how they get paid, right? That's how this news system works. Well, unfortunately, nobody ever goes back to correct the record. It just kind of stays the way it is out there on the internet.
And I think it's a holdover, because even back in newspaper days, if they had something go wrong on the front page, the correction was on page 37 about this big, right? We all remember the big salacious story or the big break. We never remember the correction that comes out.
Absolutely.
And I think social media, and I say this as a person as a grown man that makes his living playing on the social media, is that it's a thing that we have to rail against, fight against, that we get, that we get accused of, politicians get accused of. So getting out. So let's move on to the next. Where is your favorite, odd question, and I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot here, more than I probably put anybody on the spot. Now you have to go to multiple counties, right?
That's right.
Where's your favorite restaurant to eat while you're out?
So the little cafe down here on Commercial Street. And
Lunchbox Cafe.
The Lunchbox Cafe.
Yes.
Man, that place is fantastic.
I know. It has been around since I was a child.
Yeah.
Right? And it's moved around a couple times. And the girl, man, I am so sorry, I can't remember, that just bought it. We got to interview her. It's just such a good vibe in there, too. It reminds you of something that's not around anymore.
It's like your own kitchen table.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go in there, because everybody's friendly, right? And you can sit down at it. They've got the table there in the middle. It's kind of the community table.
Yeah, and you just get up, walk out.
And you just sit down there, and people will start talking to you. It's great. It's the old version, the old time version of a local cafe, and I just enjoy every time I go in there.
Good to hear. Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of time because I've purposely not talked about issues because it's a little bit different type of a show.
Right.
So I am going to give you a couple minutes if you want to address the people at home. You've taken your time to come here or whatever.
Yeah.
Just let the people know at home what you're about, and as they go cast their ballot, if they're undecided. I don't feel a whole lot of people are undecided at this point in it, but if they are, what is it that they should check your box over the other people?
So actually, that is the case. That there's still about 40% of folks undecided out there, and I think that has a lot to do with just the sheer volume of stuff that's showing up in their mailbox, showing up in their text messages and things like that. Truthfully, I've run a campaign that is based on the issues, right? Policy. And so, unfortunately, what we see, especially when there's a lot of money that gets all done like this one, by the time this is over with, there'll be about $1 million spent on this race. Mm-hmm. And almost all of that is from outside interest. I think I've probably spent around 60, 70 grand, something like that, when it's all some total of something less than $100,000. So, I mean, even if I wanted to do attack ads, I wouldn't, right? Because I think, honestly, that's what people want to hear. They want to hear about the policy. What is it that you're going to do differently than what's been done before? Unfortunately, Jeff City is run by the money. I mean, there's no easy way of saying that. We all know it. We've seen it with our own eyes. Yeah. And too often what happens is that because there's always this big push to get funding, then unfortunately folks tend to favor, whoever it is that's giving them money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the fact of nature, and we understand that. So I've never done that in the House of Representatives. I've always looked at things as, in fact, I've never filed a lobbyist bill, not one time. And so the focus should be on your constituents. Now, truthfully, we do work with the lobbyists because they represent a particular segment. But whenever you start working for them instead of the other way around, that's where the problem comes in. And a lot of it is because this big, huge push for just to try to get money. And the reality is what we need to do is start focusing on that stuff that actually matters to folks, these kitchen table issues, where we, start addressing some of the problems that we're facing right now. Everything from transportation-related issues to how much it costs for a gallon of milk and price of gas and those kind of things. So that's kind of my focus.
Okay,
So
I appreciate you taking your time to come out here and do this. Throw the graphic. So, guys, local election coverage is very important to us here in Lebanon now. It's one of the things when we decided to do this in the beginning. Last election, over 35,000 people, and that's more than 35 too, but 35,000 people tuned in for our election coverage, and that was an amazing thing, but only a couple thousand people showed up to vote. The reason why we're putting so much time, effort, and energy, and you don't see a whole bunch of sponsors, is Lebanon Now is sponsoring a lot of this election coverage out of our own pocket to make sure you get out and vote. So whether it's for Dawn or whoever, to leave your house that day, go vote. It's your civic duty. Stop, voice your opinion on Facebook, but back that up with a vote. Thomas, start playing something. There we go. So when we come back, don't miss this next segment. We're coming back a couple minutes. Go ahead and flip to commercial.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agent Kim Breeden or affiliate agents Crystal Thompson and Stephanie Esther in Lebanon today.
At Harry's Salon, we believe great hair starts with great products. That's why we use premium products like Aveda and Bob to keep your hair healthy, soft, and full of life. Whether you're coming in for color, highlights, or a refresh, relax and let Harry's Salon help you look and feel your best.
Got a birthday coming, are you feeling the heat? Need a way to make the party super sweet. Don't you worry, don't you fret. We've got the best fun you can get. Scott Event Rentals bringing the joy. Fun for every girl, fun for every boy. Inflatables bouncing, reaching for the sky. Outdoor games at the seams. From bouncy houses to the slides so tall, we've got the games to thrill them all. Safe and sound, let the laughter play. We're here to make it a perfect day. Scott Event Rentals, bringing the joy. Fun for every girl, fun for every boy. Inflatables bouncing, reaching for the sky. Outdoor games that make the time fly by. Scott.
All right, thank you, Thomas. They took your camera away. I don't know why. You're supposed to have it when we come back. All right. Well, that's Carter's fault, and you're fired. So, well, I can't fire Carter. That's why we're standing here. So let's get this out of the way. Scott's Event Rental was nice enough to drop this off. You've seen us play this game. Scott's Event Rental is amazing. Chris Scott over there and his wife do an amazing job. They were in Waynesville yesterday. We got to do a lot of work with them, setting up games. I've taken hatchets to the head for them on this show. And so shout out to them. Always reach out to the local people that give back. There's never been a time that I've called them and they haven't shown up on that day with something to help a charity, to help something. So shout out to them. Normally we'd be playing this game today. Chris, if you're watching this, I know we dropped this off, but we got something a little bit to do. Carter's leaving us.
Yeah.
I don't get emotional very easy, and my wife will tell you that. Carter, all of Lebanon Now started with pretty much Ashley Mahan agreeing to do something dumb. And now we're here. So we're going to blame her for that. But as we went through, we got involved in Go Caps. And Carter, it was about 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. So you started coming with us to Go Caps. And it was every Friday morning. When your Go Caps rotation was over, like, hey, I have an open block. Can I come play? And I'm like, sure. So for the last 3 years, almost every single Good Morning Lebanon, whether you realize it or not, Carter's been on that board. Carter's been behind it. Longer than Sarah, longer than Brian, Ashley, and Carter and myself were the OGs. And as this has been going on for 3 years now, Carter, I just want to wish you well.
Thank you.
Man, you're like a son to me. You come in, you work all the time. It's going to be different here without you, you know? And as a kid, there's times where I'm very proud of you. There's times I want to throw you down the stairs. We all relate to that. And as probably, hopefully, some sort of a dad figure, there's times you're proud of me and times you want to throw me down the stairs. So some of the projects Carter's worked on, Project Z is still going to continue on. We're going to miss Carter. So I want to give you guys a chance to tell Carter what I want. Carter, I want you, Sarah's going to cut this out. I want the audience to just tell, we've had tons of fun with you. So here's your chance to address people and to talk about it. So.
Okay. So I started here with Go Caps, and I got to watch Ryan and Lebanon Now grow, and it's been such a great experience with that and meeting all the wonderful people in Lebanon and in the city. It's been really great. With my classes with OTC, I've learned a lot with electronic media, all because of this guy right here. So I just can't thank him enough for everything he's done for me.
And I want to thank Carter for getting me coffee every Friday morning.
Such a princess answer. So, Carter, what are you in college for?
So I am in college for electronic media production. You learn everything, basically what this is. I learned everything with that.
Okay. And Carter's always welcome back here. You'll see him pop in and out. But any day, go ahead and start playing. We're just going to end the show with a ton of gratitude for Carter and what he put into this. I really try hard to not make Lebanon Now about Ryan Shear. I get to be the captain of the ship, but any good leader, it's not about them. So you guys don't see me very often on camera when it comes to the amount of shows and stuff that we produce. And Carter, I wish you well. I want you to go forth in life. If you kind of picked this career because of what you got into here, you'll always be a part of Lebanon Now and how it was built. And hopefully we see you very, very soon. Everybody at home, let's wish Carter well. And let's just end this sad, sad show. Just end it.